Record. All right. Hey guys, welcome to our Monday night Dream Team Zoom. This is the highlight of my week, and I think that's why I like them on Mondays, because it kicks my week off right. I titled this something like running your business the traditional way or the old-fashioned way or something like that. And I talked a little bit about this last night on the power planning session, and I was telling Sandra, then I looked at the screen and realized it wasn't just Dream Team, it was the power planning, and I was like, oh, I better pull back and save that for tomorrow. But it blows my mind that it's taking me this long to click everything together, because we own a business outside of the Lavelle business, but we're opening another business. And in that process, it has dawned on me, a lot of us get our feelings hurt, or we get offended, or we get all defensive because they're like, so-and-so acts like I'm trying to get him to join a call, or so-and-so acts like what a pyramid scheme, blah, blah, blah. But you know what? We do treat this job differently than we do a regular business. And so I want to talk about, I'm just openly sharing with you the feelings I've had over the last week or so. When Tom and I decided to open this new business, I did not think twice about making a Facebook page, sharing it with 1 million people, putting a video in there to talk about it, asking people to share my post and share information. I didn't think twice about making a giveaway so the post would get tons of share. I didn't think twice about this. I didn't think twice about going to the Chamber of Commerce. When somebody says, what's this business? I tell them right away. I don't stutter. I don't lose focus. I don't go, But when you think about your Lavelle business and someone says, what is Thrive? How often are you like, how do I answer them? What do I say? You know what Thrive is. You know. There's no doubt what it is, right? But for some reason you hold yourself back, and I do the same thing, and I don't know why. If somebody came to me and said, what is fitness for you? We're a personal training studio. I don't stutter over that at all. What is Bin Boss? We clean garbage bins. I don't stutter over that at all. Someone says, what's Thrive? Well, it's this 3-step system. I say it's really easy. It's only $5 a day, right? We start doing this. What is Thrive? It's a nutritional supplement. As a matter of fact, it's the best one in the world. That's all we have to say. I got on the computer today and I invited 52 people to the Bin Boss page. I invited 50 some people yesterday. But when Paul tells you to invite 10 people a day to Lavelle, you're like, well, what if I get on their nerves? What if I bug them? But that never crossed my mind. When I was going through today, inviting people, never crossed my mind. So I know we say things like, if you want to get paid like a business, treat it like a business. And I'm here to tell you that as much as I feel like I have treated this like a business over the last 5 years, my eyes have been pretty well opened by my own actions over the last couple of weeks. So I want you guys to start putting in chat. Let's pretend, okay, let's all start together. If you could own a business, not your Lavelle business, if there was a business that you could own, it could be anything. This is you. This is your story. What would it be? Put that right there, right? Put it in your head. Go into chat and tell me right now 2 or 3 things that you would do to get that business started. So for example, when we decided to do the Bin Boss, we needed to have a machine, which required a financial situation, right? So we had to, tell everyone exactly. I better pull chat up. Okay. We did slowly let it leak to our family, because obviously we needed to bounce some ideas off of people. But once it was game on, we did a public video without even, we didn't practice or anything. We just said that day at dinner, we should probably do a video tonight and tell people. And we literally hit the button. And if you've seen it, it's pure Tammy and Tom. It's just right off the cuff. We're just talking openly about this thing we're going to do. And not once were we worried about what people would think. Not once. But if I ask you to go and do a Facebook Live and tell people about this product that you love, we get oh, what will they think of us? And I'm telling you, this is how I feel. I'm not saying it's just you. I'm like, oh my God, what are they gonna think? But the second I wanted to talk to people about this machine that cleans garbage cans, and I can't even articulate exactly what the parts and pieces are, I didn't think twice about it. So what is it that we have to do? And I don't have all the answers here. What is it that we have to do to really, truly, honestly treat this like a business. And so I shared some of this last night on the power planning, but I'm going to share it again. Before I do though, so tell everyone, have a business plan, have an FB page, have directions, and share, share, share. I would research every single thing I know, so I know all the details. I would educate myself. Courtney would have a dog rescue. Because guess what, guys? Courtney rescued a dog over the weekend. She has a puppy at her feet probably right now, and it's freaking precious. Attend bridal shows, make connections with florists, wedding venues. Yeah, exactly. You would immediately start networking. And that was the thing too. Like, I immediately was like, we have to join the Chamber of Commerce. And then when I set up the Instagram page, I immediately started following the City of Lebanon, the City of Centerville, the City of Springboro, other companies. Like, I didn't think twice about these things. I just knew what needed to be done and I did it. But then sometimes on your 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, we ask you, there it is. Everyone look, we cannot focus when there's a puppy in the room. Isn't he precious? So Courtney just happened to be out and about having a great weekend, and that dog just came out of, I guess, the woods, something like that, and just landed in her lap. And I said, Jesus gave you a puppy. And so I put it out that I'm open for one myself. So we'll see if the universe listens. But anyway, like, I need another puppy right now. But so I want you guys to start thinking. So now let's fill up chat. What is one thing that every time you go to do it, or maybe you haven't done it yet, maybe you're so freaked out you don't even do it, but maybe there's something that you do, like Laura Wernsman, you did a face speaking, what am I trying to say? You did a video where you talked in your story today, like I talked about last night, and it's so much better. It's so much better. So were you nervous to do that? No? Sandra D has her hand up. Unmute.
Okay, I have a question for Laura on that, because if you try to go in and you do just a live, it does weird stuff when it goes to the next screen, the next screen, the next screen. So did you record it first in your video and then uploaded it, and then it just do?
I did a short video and it sectioned it out into 2.
Yep.
And I loaded it like that.
Boom. Okay, that's what I thought. All right, thank you.
Yeah, good tips, good tips. But so tell me over in chat, what are some things that you go to do and you get that feeling like, oh, I don't know. So, and again, I'm just talking off the cuff here. I know nothing about cleaning garbage cans except what we've learned in the last month. I don't know if it's just, I don't know. I don't know why I'm so comfortable telling people about it, because I don't got a freaking clue. I could tell you all about Thrive. I could tell you about how it works, what's in it, all that stuff. But I still sometimes, like, if you guys put me to chat and you're like, hey, my friend Tammy knows, I will answer any question that I can answer, right? But still to this day, when someone asks me, I'm like, So I don't know why it's like this. Okay, Lisa Cook says, I finally did that Friday with my hair appointment video, Facebook Live. Yeah. Oh, you rock the high vis green. Lacey says alive. Yeah, so anytime we go to do something for our business, so here's my point. Whatever is stopping us, we have to get over it. Like right now. Like, I don't know what to say or what to do. I don't know if it's a smack up the face, for me every morning, if I just have to be like, do it, Tammy. But you guys that are on here every single Monday, you are running a business. I know not everybody's running a business. There's only 8 faces on here right now. Does that tell you how many people are running a business on this team? I mean, granted, I know people will watch, some people will watch it on the replay, but let's say 8 people watch it on the replay. We have a whopping 16 people who are truly, honestly running a business. I get that the rest of them probably won't, I don't know, do all the things that you can do, but you guys will, because you want to. So I want to talk about what are some things that we should be doing. So I get nervous. Laura says, I get nervous when someone won't, I get nervous that someone won't feel as awesome as I know they can because they don't give Thrive enough time. They want a quick fix. Courtney says, same. Yeah, but that's their problem, not our problem. I mean, so as a personal trainer, trust me, I know when people walk in, they want me to somehow magically help them drop 5 sizes in 4 days. I already know it. So I just tell them, you do the work. I'm going to tell you what to do, but you do the work. It's not going to happen fast, but it's going to be worth it. And I think that's the same attitude we should have with our Thrive. It's only going to work if you take it the way I tell you. It's only going to work if you communicate with me when you have problems. And Tammy will say food. Yeah. I will totally say food. Sonia says exactly, because I have one now who is not responding because they're month 2 and I don't know what's going on. She wants to feel energy. She wants to feel the energy we feel. I cannot encourage you enough, Sonia, to respond with that message that Sandra has told us to use. And I know TJ's been using it with a great amount of success because I'm in his chats. If somebody is not responding to you, you just very quickly, hey, did I say something in that last message to offend you? Leave it at that. TJ has used that message nonstop in the last week. I think it was just last Monday he was talking about how people weren't responding, all these trial packers, people in their first month. And he has gotten answers from everybody, like within seconds. And they're all genuine answers. Some people were just, there's a lot going on in the world, but they finally responded. So yeah, Sandra says they will answer in a heartbeat. It's crazy how fast it happens. But that's the thing too. So when I think of that, if you're my client, and I'm sorry to keep using my 2 other things, but it's the things I know. So just when I'm saying like Fitness for You or something, you think of what other business maybe you thought of in your head. But if you're a client of ours at Fitness for You and all of a sudden you drop off the schedule, I don't sit in the corner and be like, well, I wonder why. I wonder if she's mad at me. Maybe I said something wrong. Maybe she's not happy. I would pick up the phone and be like, hey, you've not been on the schedule in a while. What's going on? Do you feel okay? Or should we get, I would not even think twice about checking on someone. So why do we stop ourselves with our job? Again, I don't have the answers. I'm just asking a lot of questions because I want us to, oh, here comes TJ. It's like his ears were burning. We were talking about him. He's getting on Zoom now. So I think part of, you guys know I say all the time, like there's no such thing as a spare customer. I'm super big into customer service. I think it's so important to let people know that you care about them and that you're thankful for them. And I have found myself, without thinking, openly exclaiming and commenting on people's posts, thank you so much for sharing our new business. Thank you so much for your support. Not even thinking, I just type it up. But I've had people put out Thrive posts before and I'm like, oh, thanks. Oh. Or you sit there and you're like, oh, she tagged me. Maybe somebody wants to thrive now. Like, why? Why don't I just get on there and be like, thank you so much for supporting my business. I'm so glad I could help you. So I don't know, maybe this is a therapy session for me tonight. I don't know, but I hope it's helping you. I hope this is helping you guys think a little bit about how we behave differently for some reason. We don't want to be treated differently, right? We want people to know we have a business and respect us, and by God, we work hard and blah, blah, blah. But then we don't act like regular business people. So, because at first I was like, well, maybe it's because we're on social media, blah, blah, blah. Ben Boss is nowhere except on social media right now because the machine's not even here. We can't even do the job yet. Every single day, I have made a post. Every single day. I've had people share posts. I've commented. I've thanked them. But yet when someone says something about Thrive, I don't do those things. So I'm going to start doing those things. Okay, I'm gotta get kept. Courtney says we put too much pressure on ourselves because we know what we expect, and when we don't achieve that thing, we want to start second guessing. Yes, we do put a lot of pressure on ourselves. I totally agree. Sonia says, I think too it's because we know people unfollow or unfriend us. Yeah, but same thing. Like every morning when I wake up and I do something for Fitness for You, if they don't like it, I literally do not think twice about that. Not at all. If you guys go to my personal Facebook page, I openly talk about Fitness for You. I openly have talked about Ben Boss. I do openly talk about Thrive, but the difference is when I do a Thrive post, I'm like, gotta think this through. How should I word it? I don't want to be too out there. And so if you look at a post I made, the post I made the last couple of days, now I've kind of come to this realization, like last night I talked about like all the jobs I've had, and I said, sell the world's best supplements. I just said it. I said what I said, fight me. It's true. They are. And today, literally, people have been like, how are you going to do this? You guys are going to run yourselves ragged, blah, blah, blah. I'm like, we're freaking thrivers, both of us. I've told you about it before. So I don't know if it's like ripping off a Band-Aid or if it's like, I don't know if I've reached the age now where I'm like, no filter, screw it. I don't care what people think. I'm just going to tell them. I have no idea what's going on. But I know that I'm not going to sit back and act like my Thrive business is different from a regular business, because my Thrive business pays me better than my other jobs. So why wouldn't I treat it even better than I do my other jobs? And again, I don't know. Sonia says, just everything that you're saying. Sandra says, I have a new chair and I feel like a new woman. Woohoo, bring on the business. We second guess ourselves on everything. It's the whole thing of, do they like me? We have to be proud of everyday thing. Yes. Why do we care? So again, like, I'm literally marketing to Lebanon, Springboro, and Centerville. I don't even know people in Springboro and Centerville. And I don't even care if they like me. But yet, for some reason, when I talk about my little Thrive business, I'm like, oh, she was mean to me in high school. She might be mean to me here on Facebook. I don't get it. If somebody made a nasty comment on the bin boss without thinking, I would delete the damn thing and be like, well, they got problems and move on. But if they make a mean comment on my page about Thrive, I'm like, oh my God, people hate me. So again, I don't get it. I just want to talk through it because we have got to get past this. And for those of you that don't know, the reason Sandra has a new chair is because God love her chair fell apart 2 days ago and she went straight backwards. Tom worked on her today though, so we hope she's feeling better. It feels like a personal attack, but it only feels like that if you let it. And oh, maybe that's it. Maybe I'm like, that's the bin boss and this is fitness for you. And I'm like, Thrive is me. So I just need to start being like, no, it's Thrive LLC. Like, I just need to think of my business as, I'm going to call it something. I don't know. I'm going to come up with something jazzy. And maybe that would be it. Maybe it's something mental. Cause I swear it's all mental. Everything in life is mental. This whole rate of run, thinking with rate of run versus rank has completely changed my mindset. And that's just one small change, but it's completely changed everything. So if I could start referring to, I got to come up with a name. I don't know, the Vitamin Girl, something like that's horrible. I got to come up with a good name. But I think if I start thinking of it that way, because honestly, you guys, when I get on in the morning, I'm like, okay, I need to do a post for Ben Boss. What should I do for Ben Boss? And I throw it out there and I just do it. I don't think about it. And even with Tammy's Tribe, what should I do? I need to make a post today. It's been a while since I've shared a recipe. I think this is what I'll do. I don't overthink it. But then suddenly I'm like, oh, how can I pose so that my DFT is kind of in the photo, but not the center? Like, I'm over it. I'm over myself. I'm over my own bullshit. I have no idea why I've lived this way this long. I say all the time, we're the only person standing in our way. And apparently I've just been like foot in the mud right in front of my own face. I have Hope Dealer in my description. Oh, Hope Dealer. Yes. Oh, girl, you're preaching to everybody. It's the Rona. It's the Rona. You think the Rona? Maybe I've got it and now I'm going to be better because I've had the Rona. Maybe Rona is where Ben Boss came from. Had I not been home for the Rona and had too much time on my hands to think too much, we wouldn't have it. Hang on a second. What's the matter? One moment. She's not a puppy, but isn't she cute? She's got dementia. Lucy, say hi. Okay, she's over it. Okay, so let me go over these pillars. I talked about them last night, but I'm going to do it really quickly. When you are talking about your business, everybody's got their puppies on the screen now. Yay! And babies. Okay, well, way to go, Lacey. The baby trumps everything. He's freaking precious. When you're making a post or a story, like, I guess when I say the word post, I mean whatever, whether it's a story or a post or a video or whatever you're putting out there. 4 things you want to think about are educating people. And you guys, straight up, it's the very first post I ever made for Ben Boss was about how nasty your garbage bins are. I thought people need to know. Why don't I wake up and be like, people need to know how bad Red Bull is? Why don't I wake up that way? So education, educate your people. You don't have to put something down to educate someone. So I don't necessarily have to be like, your Red Bull sucks, but I could talk about the negative effects of caffeine. I could talk about the negative effects of daily consumption of high synthetics, that kind of thing. But education, like, you need to know something. And I think it was Lacey. Somebody up in here said I would learn everything. We got a long chat going, which I love. But you would educate yourself. So while Paul and Jason say you don't have to be ingredient nerds, and you totally don't, educate yourself on who you can connect them with. Educate yourself on where to get information from. Laura Wernsman, for the longest time when we first started, to me, it seemed like it never fazed her when someone was like, I don't feel good. I've got a headache. She would just immediately send them an article on detox. And it was so much more powerful than her being like, well, it's probably detox. She just showed them, here's the information. It's freaking detox. Get over yourself. Keep going, right? So educate your clients. Maybe you educate them through a video that you do on your stories. Maybe you educate them through sharing information from another Facebook page or from a website, but just educate people. Number 2, and this is, I think, is one of the hardest one for us, be compelling. Who are you? Why do they care who you are? So, like going back to sharing the business, I never think twice to tell people who Tom and I are for Fitness for You. I never think twice. Like today, he went back to work for the first time and he had on his little Fitness for You shirt for the first time in forever. And I took his picture and I was like, because he looked like a little boy going back to school. And I shared it on my story and I was like, he's going back to work. Like, we're so excited. We're opening back up, and we share who we are. Whereas if you're just constantly showing a picture of a DFT versus you doing what you do with your DFT, like, who are you? Why do we care about you? And I admit sometimes sharing stuff is uncomfortable because it might be vulnerable, right? But you know a fake when you see it, or you know that person on Facebook who's only talking about the highlights. People want to know the real you. So be compelling. Share with them. And when I say know the real you, you got to remember, it's not just you. You probably have a husband. You might have a child. You might have an animal. You might have another job. You might have a passion. I mean, people, if you know me, you know I love my nephews. You know I love my dogs. And you know I love my garden. Oh, and Tom. And I love my husband. But you know that about me. So when I share pictures, it's not just, even for Fitness for You and Ben Boss, it's not just pictures of what we do, it's who we are. It's what matters to us, because people want to connect to people. Third is community outreach. And this is something that blows my mind that I've never thought, and I still don't have it figured out. I have never thought how to incorporate my Thrive business into the community yet. Right away, I made a post for Ben Boss that we're going to give away $50 to a local restaurant, and I asked people to tag their favorite restaurant. You know how many people, like restaurants are getting tagged left and right. So we're boosting someone else's business while giving away something that's also boosting ours. Why don't I think to do that with my Thrive business? I've never thought of it, ever. I thought about doing a giveaway of Thrive, but not something like that, where I make it a part of the community, where I make it something better. Maybe there's like a charity or something that you're really connected to. Why can't you use your Thrive business to promote that charity? Like, we just, again, back at Christmas, Fitness for You, without question, we made our Christmas place of donation, Sleep in Heavenly Peace, the people that build the beds. Didn't think twice about asking our clients to bring in stuff for Sleep in Heavenly Peace. I have a ton of amazing Thrive customers. Why have I not ever said, hey, let's do like a PayPal account and let's give money to Joshua's place here in Lebanon that's feeding kids? I don't know. I don't know why I've never thought to do that before, but I'm thinking about it now. So anytime you can cross promote, you're going to get your people plus their people. So that's just a no-brainer. Communication, get people involved. So if you are thinking of stocking up on something, find out what people's favorite flavor is. If you are thinking of getting a new computer for your home business, find out what people use. Like, I think a lot of times, I think we're very independent people, which is how we ended up being business owners to begin with. And sometimes we forget to get opinions, because honestly, it doesn't matter what people say. We're going to do what we want. But it's okay to get people's opinions, to get them involved. Or maybe you're even thinking, here's the perfect example. I want to start incorporating my Lavelle business into the community. What is one of your favorite charities? Let people chime in. Trust me, everyone will chime in on that one. They will all tell you something. And then on like a smaller scale, if you're in like your stories or something, don't forget to throw in a poll. And it doesn't always have to be a Thrive poll. It could just be anything that you get people's, do you like is my dog cuter shaved or hairy? Like, before and after the groomer, something like that, like just anything. But again, it shows who you are, something that you love, gets people involved. I don't know. I think now I just so badly want us all to name our business. Like I've always to me, my business is Dream Team. I don't know. And to that point, we are so good in our dream team group of celebrating each other. And I have to get better about just publicly celebrating that. Why the hell don't I do that? Why the hell don't I throw it out there all over Facebook when somebody gets $800 or $400 for a VIP 800? Again, why aren't we doing that? And for that one, you actually can talk dollar amount, because the 400 and 100 credits, that's a guarantee. You just can't talk about commission. So anyway, I'm just brainstorming. Let me go back to chat. Oh, here we go. Like in the chat today, the education I walked away. Oh yeah. So Lacey put me in a chat with a customer, and I talked all about gut health and all kinds of stuff that she didn't know, but now she knows, and her customer knows. Sandra, oh, my screen jumped. Sandra says it's because someone before us kind of tainted the town. Girl, yes. But here's the thing, we have to overcome that, because same thing. There have been other fitness businesses in downtown Lebanon where, I mean, it's job security for us. People get injured left and right. So we just have to overcome that. And I think, no, I know that what we all do day to day for our business is already above and beyond. So I already know that we've disassociated with that. But even if, I mean, there's always going to be a bad apple somewhere, but we just have to rise above it. Sonia says, Olivia and I were just chatting about a giveaway. I have a hair peptide, and she came up with an idea to get, okay, yes. So you're incorporating a local hair salon with the hair peptide. You're freaking geniuses. That's exactly the kind of stuff I was talking about that I couldn't come up with on my own. Lacey says, I just asked everyone which Pro Bar flavor I should order, knowing damn well I wasn't going to listen to their opinion. And I just did, what brand of water do you prefer? So many comments. Yes. Yeah, exactly. Everybody has an opinion. So I don't know, you guys. I don't know. I obviously don't have all the answers, but I just like to share what I'm thinking when I think it. I'm going to be quiet. I've talked for a really long time. I know for a fact Sandra has one thing that I want her to share about thank you cards, and then we're just going to, yeah, you remember we just talked about it. And then I want you guys to get on here and talk to me about anything, whether it's what we talked about tonight, something that happened, maybe Courtney wants to tell us about the puppy. Sandra, oh, I can't, won't let me do it. Okay, you're free.
Can y'all hear me?
Yep.
Okay. So I know thank you notes are so important, but when it comes time to sit down and actually just write like 3 or 4 at a time, I'm like, my undiagnosed ADHD just does not allow that. And so anyway, my brain's been kind of a muddled mess since Saturday night, but I was like, okay, the one thing I can sit down and focus on is I'm writing out, I've got probably 10 thank you notes done, just kind of a general, you know, I'm so excited that you're loving your Thrive experience, and then just leaving it. Going on to the next one. I'm so excited you're loving your Thrive experience. I can then, and I've left a space here at the top to put the person's name, okay? And then I've left space down here so that I can then go back and I can make it pertain to that particular person. I'm already sticking them in the envelopes, putting the stamp on. Yes, I have Santa Claus stamp. And then that way they're all set and good to go. And then I just have to personalize it for who that person is, make sure I've got the address. And I'm like, oh my gosh, I don't feel so overwhelmed with the thank you notes.
Yep.
Doing it that way.
I love it. I think that's an awesome tip. She was talking to me about that today on the phone, and I was like, again, why haven't I ever thought to do this? Like, that is so good. Just already have them ready to go. Because again, I think we overthink it. Well, how should I thank this person? Well, it's the same thing. You're going to thank them for supporting your business. You're going to encourage them to feel good. So she's already got the base work done. And you know, when all that work's done, there's literally no excuse for her to open it up, put their name, put one little note about them, and sign it and put it in the mail. So I love it. So thank you for sharing that. Who else wants to share some? Oh, go ahead.
One last thing really quick. So, you know, the other day I had posted in there, hey, if anybody's got a few minutes, I need some help wording something. Y'all, let me tell you, Edie was on fire, and she does not second guess herself about what she's saying. And it was all just very, I mean, it was to the point, but it wasn't like in your face. It was just stating the facts. We are the world's best, you know, health and wellness industry. She talked about them having a Thrive Cloud portal, or, you know, and so the way she worded it, it was genius. And I'm like, hello, you know, pulled my head out of my tail and got me moving.
Good. I'll have to make sure she watches this. All right. Who else has something they want to share? Shout out, an idea, a thought. Don't be quiet. You know, I'll call you out. I'm giving you a minute to think about who wants to talk to me. All right, Lacey, you're the first one on the left. I've unmuted you. What's up, girl?
I have no clue. What would you like me to talk about?
Well, how about you tell everybody, if you even know the answer to this, how in the hell you are signing so many people up? Because they all want to know that.
It's my charm. It's definitely
You know what?
not.
I don't doubt that. And to your credit, when I go through your Facebook page, she's running a business. She is talking about Thrive. She is in and then the next thing will be sweet little Maverick. Okay, when he was drinking the bottle, passing out, that was hilarious. You know what I mean? Like there's like such cute little stuff like that. But then the next one, she's like super cute with her little bubble braid things and her little burn right there.
Well, I try to be real. And how you were saying about be authentic. I'm a hot mess with, new baby, new mom. He recently, a month and a half ago, just got off of oxygen 24/7. And I mean, we've had a rough go. We have super freaking hard days. And I've also made sure to put that as well. And I feel like a lot of the people who I've gotten, not just at their new moms, but are people like, oh, okay, not every day is roses and daisies. So she's a real person too.
Mm-hmm.
I guess I can talk to her.
Yep. Be compelling. Honesty is the best policy. Even when you feel like crap, people want to know that you're not perfect. I love it. Anything else? Any like secret, I don't know, handshake you do or something like to get all these people?
Every single person that, first of all, almost, I don't know what my percentage is now, probably 95, 96% of people that have gotten a trial pack from me, I've turned into a customer. I follow up. I have a little script that I send them. I want to make sure they do their steps correctly. I check in with them that morning. I have an alarm set. I want to make sure they're following our process because I want them to feel good.
Yep.
If they don't feel good, they're not going to continue. They're not going to be a customer. It's not going to get me anywhere.
Exactly. So people want your script. So I know you can't do it right now because you're holding the baby. So at some point in time, if you could share that script. But I do want to address really quickly what you said, follow up. I know a lot of times people say, I'm afraid I'm getting on their nerves. These people spent money with you and they're actually ingesting a product inside of their bodies.
Yes.
Contact them.
And not just they spent money with you. I very, very, very rarely will sell anything less than a 7-day trial pack because I know not every person is going to do it on day one. And I'm not giving my trial packs away for free. They're not cheap. I'm here to make money.
Yeah, girl.
So I sell 7-day trial packs and I tell them, okay, you may not feel something the first day. So I don't want them just to get a 3-day trial pack. And then what if they don't feel it by day 3?
Right.
So
I was a 3-weeker. If somebody told me that 7 days was going to rock my world, I would not be here today, ever. So I don't make promises ever.
Yes.
Lacey, real quick, one last question. Do you put all of these people in a 3-way chat before you send them their trial?
No.
Or you're kind of running some of this solo? Okay, because I know like Sam's in most of your chats with you and not me. So I didn't know how you were doing it.
I am running 90% of all of the customers solo. The only time I seem to throw someone in a chat is if I could tell that I don't have a slam dunk with them and I need them to hear someone other than me tell them something, or if they honestly, because I'm still brand new. So if they ask a question and I'm not really, really sure about it, I'll shoot a message to you guys or to Samantha, but I'll put them in a chat then. But majority of the time, it's me by myself, which I should be utilizing chats more.
Yeah. So I will say my first 4.5 years, I did not really use chats because I didn't really have someone to put in chats. But I have just been like, you know what? And I obviously don't feel like I I don't know the answer. Of course I know the freaking answer. But the other day a girl said, I think I'm ready to learn about Thrive. And I was like, oh, do it right, Tammy. So I put her in a chat with Lindsay and I said, hey, Lindsay, this is my friend Rochelle. She's interested in Thrive. She's a mom. You're a mom. Can you just tell her really quick how it helped you? Lindsay did like a 1-minute blip. I got back in there and I said, here's a little video I made about Thrive. You guys all have access to that video. It's on it's the pinned post on Dree Team. I said, I explained what's in it, how to take it, and answer most of the questions. When you're done watching it, hop back in here and tell me what you need to know. When she hopped back in, after she's been following me, so she knew me, She heard Lindsay. She watched the video. She hopped in. She said, so should I order 1 month or 2 at a time? I was like, oh my God, these things work. But I get it, because when you feel confident that you can answer questions, sometimes you don't bug people or you don't waste time adding somebody else in. But I will encourage you, because here's the other thing too. At one point, she, like, after the order was placed, she asked a question. I don't know where I was. Oh, we were at a graduation party, and I put my phone away. And by the time I got back, Lindsay had answered it. And I was like, oh, that's nice. Somebody answered my question. So I would encourage you to do it. I know you're doing fine the way you are. Trust me, your PPA screams it. But as your business grows and all those people you're bringing in start having questions and stuff, a 3-way chat will help you, because then it takes a lot of pressure off of you in the long run.
Yes. Yes. Thank you.
We are down to 1:45, and I got Lisa Cook waving her hand. What up, girl?
I just have a question. You know, I've sent out like 7 of the trial packs from the company. So that is really nice. I think that is such a great testament to what the company, yeah, I mean, they just look amazing. But like 4 of the ones I've sent out, they all hate the shake. What?
Well, I mean, you get that. Some people just literally hate shakes.
Yeah. And you've talked to a couple of them.
I was saying, so my canned answer, not to Lisa because she's already done it, but to all of you, is immediately put them in a 3-way chat if they're not already in one. Let someone else come in and say, you know what? It's micronized, so it might taste a little different to you at first, but we can play with the flavor. What did you mix it with? Because if they're mixing it with warm, like lukewarm water, or they've mixed it with, you know, I don't know, like there's so many things you can mix it with. So I'm plain, I do mine with water, but I know that milk, chocolate milk, almond milk, orange juice, I mean, there's so many things it can do. But it's the same thing. If you answer it that way, they might think you're just trying to seal the deal. Whereas if somebody comes in from the left field and says, hey, you know what, I had the same problem, but here's what I did to tweak it. Let's play around with the flavor. It comes off so different.
Okay.
Let me see, Lacey's got her hands up. So we're probably just going to just talk till the whole machine just shuts us down. And if that happens, I'm not being rude. It just delete me. Okay, go for it.
One thing that, because I've had that issue with the shakes, so now I've kind of tweaked what I say. When I send a trial pack, I go ahead and automatically, after I send my little script, before they even start their first day, that morning when I reach out to them, I say, make sure you let me know what you mixed your shake with,